morning, welcome to Schoolcraft Community Library's Cooking with Tom. Today we're going to make a bacon cheddar chive scones. To do this, we take our dry ingredients, which is 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar. Put them in, and then half a teaspoon of dill, just like dill in my bacon scones. Put that all into your mixing bowl, whisk it up. Then you take 4 tablespoons of butter. This is grated.
Who grated that?
Sherry grated that. Who won't come in front of the camera? Sherry. Usually at home I just throw it all into a food processor. This recipe calls to do it like this, so we're going primitive today. Put your butter in there, take a spoon, mix it all up in here. With the butter grated, it should mix in pretty nice. If you don't grate your butter, you'll have to use a pastry blender. This seems to be working in pretty well though. Put your cheese in there. Also grated by Sherry.
Thank you. I did such a good job.
You marvelous job in grating. A lot of times, this stuff here, what you want to do is kind of use your hands. You kind of work it in. You can't be afraid to get your hands dirty when you're baking. Just make sure they're clean.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You get the little kids that come in. Can I help? You're like, go clean your hands first. Okay, you've got your cheese in there. Throw in, this is half a pound of bacon that has been chopped up and then crisped up. Put that in here also. If you like chives, you can put the chives in now, but I do not like chives. So we're making 2 mini scones, one with and one without. So those we'll need in afterwards. So you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but that's okay. I'm good with that.
They're baked.
They're still just nasty. Okay, you want to add in 3/4 of a cup of, they call for cream, heavy whipping cream. And they also want you to add 2 tablespoons of cream besides that. So you want 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. What I did instead is I used 3/4 cup of the cream and then 2 tablespoons of the grease from the bacon. Adds a little more flavor to the scone.
It's a low fat recipe right here.
This is a low fat recipe right here. Okay, you want to mix it till it's combined as much as you can. You'll do the rest of it. If it's not combining very well, you can add a little bit more cream or just milk would work well too. As it sits right now, it's pretty crumbly. So what you have to do is get your hands down into here. Basically what you do is you're just kneading it all together. Okay. I'm going to flour a cutting board, likely because it's going to flour in it already. Put your dough onto the cutting board. You can work it a little bit more. Okay, what we're going to do here, because we're making mini scones. Mini scone is just you take your dough, you cut it in half. One of these we'll work in the scallions or green onions
Or chives.
or chives, something green and oniony. You just knead those in a bit. For mini scone, you want it to be about a 6 to 8 inch disc, about 3/4 to an inch thick. Form it into a nice round disc here, roundish. parchment on your cooking sheet. Transfer your scone onto the cooking sheet. Take a knife. Mini scones, I just do 6 instead of 8. Want to cut your scones before you cook them. And once you cut them, you want to spread them out just a little bit so they have room to expand in a free form. Here's your 2 mini scones. Ready to put into your preheated oven to 425.
Okay.
Before you put this in the oven, they want you to brush cream onto the top. It'll help them golden, it'll help them brown up, make them look really pretty. I would suggest a bigger brush. This is what we have, this is what we're using. Once you get your cream brush onto the top of your scones, you put them in a preheated oven, which is set at 425, and cook them for about 20 to 24 minutes until they're golden brown. Okay, scones baked for 20 minutes because they're a mini scone. They look really tasty. Let's try one. Inside looks good.
Is it missing something like chives in that one?
Perfect without chives. They're buttery, they're bacony, they're cheddary. They're fantastic. Try them at home and have a nice day.